High School here in Hardison, New Jersey, as Cutting Edge Sports Network, a new high school sports and sports website run by Matt Gizzi, presents the high school boys basketball game of the week. And tonight's game is a big early season Freedom Division battle in the NJAC, as the host Wallkill Valley Rangers, led by their fifth-year head coach, the great Eddie Pava, come in a record of 2-0 in the overall, 1-0 in the division. They beat High Point as they host traditional Freedom Division power Hackettstown, who's 2-0, 1-0 in the division. They beat Newton on opening night, and they're led by their veteran head coach Mike McDonough, who just got his 200th career win. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Cleary, and we want to thank everyone for joining us for tonight's game, a game before the holidays. So happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. Going to bring my partner in now, Brian Thomas. Brian, thanks for joining us. Brian, Wallkill Valley off to the 2-0 start, and when you talk Wallkill, you start off with Chris Ross, the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Always good to be with you, Dan. Chris Ross is very exciting. He's part of a dynamic backboard with Daniel Falk as well, and really, as they go, so will go the Wallkill Valley Rangers. Chris is very athletic. He's a very good defender. Dan's a great point guard who can control the tempo, control the pace, and score the basketball as well. So really, the success of their team this year is going to be based on the success of that backcourt.
And opening night, they beat High Point 61-38, and that was a big win for the Rangers as Chris Ross led the way with 25 points. Then they beat Lenape Valley at the Hackettstown tournament, 54-49. Lenape not too bad. Troy Brennan, we know that name. He did a great job for Lenape Valley, but Falk had 20 points, and Anthony Chiapara had 19 points. Hackettstown, as we said, beat Newton on opening day. Then they beat North Warren for Coach McDonough's 200th win. They're a young team rebuilding, but they're always good, Hackettstown. One of the premier programs around. Only 2 years removed from advancing to the Group 2 semifinals before COVID shut down the season. But they've been playing pretty well, leading the way. Jonathan McCauley's been playing very well for them. And they love to shoot from the outside. Ethan Alameda, great shooter. So we'll give you the starters for Hackettstown. Number 1, Divine McNeil. Number 10, Jonathan McCauley. Number 15, Darian Santos. Number 20, Andrew Carita. And number 40, Ethan Alameda. Starters for the Rangers, which are a veteran crew. Most of these guys all started last year. They only graduated a couple of kids from last year's team, so they're pretty much intact. Dan Falk, as we talked about, number 2. Number 5, Tony Chapara. Number 12, Chris Green, a transfer in from Mawa. Number 13, Chris Ross. And Shane Nugent, the great overall athlete, number 44. So both of these teams, their last game before Christmas, and we're going to listen to the national anthem. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem here at Wallkill Valley. Great job. As we're about ready to get underway here at Wallkill in Hardison, New Jersey. Again, the Cutting Edge Sports Network bringing this game to you. And it should be a good one. As we said, the Freedom Division, in my opinion, Brian, we saw Jefferson the other night beat Sparta, who's in the bigger division, and they were without two key kids, and Jake Studnick and Travis Osterhout. and we're able to knock off Sparta on the road. So Jefferson right now, 2 games into the division season, looks like the favorites.
I think they are the favorites at this point, but I think this Wallkill Valley team is and can be very dangerous. Like we talked about at the top, if Chris and Dan play really well, it's going to feed into the rest of their team, and they're athletic enough and they're energetic enough that they can beat anybody on any given night. So it'll be interesting to see how this season unfolds, but I do agree with you. At this moment, I believe Jefferson would be the favorite.
And again, never count out Hackettstown.
Correct.
They're a brand name program. You can go all the way back when Marty O'Hora was coaching. Bobby Grasso, the AD over there, did a great job. Mike McDonough learned at the knee of Bobby Grasso. They started off, he was a freshman coach for Bobby at Roselle, and brought Mike up to Hackettstown as an assistant when Bobby took over as the AD. And Nugent will take the 3, no good. And Nugent keeps it alive, but stays for Hackettstown. And he's taken over the program. 12 years, 200 wins, not too shabby.
So he knows what he's doing. First possession out of the gate, Hackettstown was in a box and 1 on Chris Ross, which is no surprise. I think that's something that Chris is going to see a lot of this year. He saw some of that last year, so Wallkill should start getting used to that, and we'll see how they attack that this evening.
Good ball pressure by Ross. McNeil dumps it off. Alameda, the big 3-point shooter, kicks it out. Left alone for 3. Short. Nugent with the rebound. Bring it up. Tony Chiapara. Coming off a very good soccer season. He draws the foul, and that'll be on Devon McNeil. So Chiapara, big, lanky guy, but very athletic, and had a great season for Sean Neal in soccer. Hackettstown, what a season they had. They went to the Group 2 state semifinals, losing to Ramsey. They won the section title, upsetting top-seeded Bernards as Chiapara hits the first free throw. And Wallkill Valley will take the early 2-0 lead. Chiapara, as we said, 19 against a pretty improved Lenry Valley squad. And maybe people thought, and when I say people, me,
sure,
that Wallkill might kind of cruise past the Patriots, but Dan Moylan's a great coach, and Troy Brennan, a very nice player, the son of Pat Brennan, well-known name in Sussex County sports circles. There's Green with the drive, and he gets to the fall.
Hackettstown's going to have to be very careful as they bring the ball up the floor, because one of Chris Ross's best attributes is actually as a one-on-one ball defender. I've seen him get countless steals. He does have a tendency to reach, as we just saw, so foul trouble is always possibly in the cards, but they're going to have to really take care of the basketball and be smart with their passes so they can initiate their offense properly.
This is a dynamic and athletic Wallkill team. Not a tremendous amount of size, but enough.
Right. Yeah, the lack of size is made up for by their incredible athleticism and length, really at every spot.
Long jumper, in and out. Hackettstown missing their first 3. Ross pushes. Pull up, elbow jumper, can't get it to go. Green trying to battle for the rebound. Hackettstown will come out with it. They'll look to run. Good hustle by Nugent, will stay here with the Tigers.
And that's where Wallkill is going to be most dangerous this year, is number 1 in transition, but number 2 on the offensive glass. You just alluded to their length, and they're very active. So anytime a missed shot on the offensive end, they're going to get tips and extra opportunities, which will 100% lead to extra shots.
Last year, Wallkill Valley graduated L.J. Reed, who gave them that presence that kind of Chris Green is kind of replacing.
Right.
That long end. Also, Ivan Hicks was just a terrific athlete, running track at East Stroudsburg. Had a great football season for Bobby Leach.
Yeah, they both had great years last year, so they're certainly sorely missed this season.
Little up and under move, who can't get it to go. It's Jonathan McCauley. On the run out, Ross, little teardrop, drops it in. And is Coach McDonough going to call a timeout soon? We'll see. 6-0 start for the Rangers. Or he's just going to be patient with this team. He's such a great coach. That team from a couple of years ago, we got to see, Brian. They lost in the HWS Finals to Hunter and Central without the services. And there they knocked down their first bucket, and that's McNeil, 6-3. But they won the section title without Tyler Gorsica, who was just a tremendous athlete who got hurt. That was a great team. Jalen Baptiste, Morgan, O'Melia. They were a lot of fun to watch. I got to see them play several times that year.
And you can always tell the sign, of a well-coached team. They're patient. They typically don't take bad shots. They defend well, and they're disciplined. And every Hackettstown team that we've ever seen has done all of those things.
Absolutely. You go all the way back to Brandon Zaleski, who's still actively playing.
Yeah.
Playing in that summer
The
league.
robot.
Yeah, the robot. Inside, great look to Green. 8-3, 4:26 to go first quarter. Zaleski still plays in the Sparta Summer League run by our buddy Charlie Culver. Good ball pressure put on Ross, trying to get the steal. He gets it. And he's going to take it and draw the foul. Tries to get the three-point play, but he'll go to the line to shoot
And
two.
much like we discussed earlier, that's one of Chris's best attributes, is just that one-on-one ball defense. If he's being disciplined and smart, he could really keep an offensive player in front of him. So, to be honest with you, it's better off for Hackettstown to allow someone else to bring the basketball up the majority of the time and just avoid these hassles.
Ross with the first. We'll have our first substitution checking in for Hackettstown, number 44, Andrew Musnak. He'll replace Jonathan McCauley. The foul was on McNeil, his second. Ross will knock down both. So Wallkill with the early 7-point lead, 10-3. Tigers will bring it up. They beat North Warren. They had that fundraiser at Hackettstown, games all day, and they capped it with a big, impressive win over North Warren. They were hot from three-point land, and they gave Coach McDonough his 200th win. Off the offensive board, drawing the foul. Good work there by Andrew Carita. And he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Beautiful shot fake to get the Wallkill Valley defender up in the air. Possibility for 2 free throws.
So each team with 2 fouls. Green picking up the foul for Wallkill. Carita will hit the first.
Hackettstown's going to have to work hard offensively on every possession, move the basketball. They're doing a good job of moving themselves in order to get the best possible shots that they can.
So knocks down both. Excuse me, one of two, 10-5 our score. Whistle on the floor. Stay here. Again, happy holidays to everyone. Christmas right around the corner. Last game before everyone will play in their tournaments. Wallkill hosts the tournament every year, the Ranger tournament. And there's a long jumper by Falk. No good. Rebound ripped away by Nugent. Falk off the glass. Green with the rebound. Smartly kicks it out to Ross. They'll try to reset. Good hands there by Hackettstown. Terrific hustle on defense, but Carita's hard work doesn't pay off as Ross hits the little runner.
You got to love the energy by the Hackettstown Tigers, though. They're not going to go away without a fight. They're getting on the floor for loose balls. What a tremendous shot by Chris Ross floating through the air.
Mike McDonough was a tremendous high school athlete. Played football, but he didn't play basketball. He learned basketball from Bobby Grasso when he became an assistant coach. Nice little backdoor look. Keeping possessions, Ethan Alameda. Nicely done. Good body control.
Beautiful pass and beautiful patience. Hackettstown's going to mix up their defense, do a little diamond press.
The Ranger tournament next week on the boys' side. Parr Hills, Morris Hills, Mountain Lakes. And Chiaparo with the jumper, and he knocks it down for 3. It's a heck of a small school tournament. 15-7 our score, 2:20 to go. And Hackettstown just got into the Lakeland tournament. They'll play there next week down in Wanacue. Offensive putback, nicely done by Carita.
I love his effort on the offensive glass. He's really working hard for getting second chances for Hackettstown.
Chapara can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by McNeil. He looks to push for the Tigers. He's going to keep it. And a nice take. And they're right back in at 15-11.
Yeah, it's a game. It feels like Wallkill's already up 15, but you look at the scoreboard, it's a 4-point game.
Falk from 3, no good. Good box out by Alameda. Kept in. Nice athletic play by McNeil.
The difference in the last minute or so is Wallkill's settling for jump shots where Hackettstown's busy attacking the basket for the most part.
Good D there on the run out. Falk looking for Ross. Good body control. Gets it to go. 17-11 with 1:15 to go opening quarter.
That's certainly something Hackettstown cannot allow, is those easy run-out points from Wallkill. They're working way too hard for that.
And Wallkill, their strength, as you said, is attacking the basket transition. They have some shooters, but they don't want to get into a jump shooting competition.
No doubt.
And again, working the boards. That's a great job there by Musanak with the putback.
This is where he talked about their lack of size may hurt Wallkill. They got to do a better job of putting bodies on the opposing Hackettstown players because they're getting out-rebounded right now.
Especially on the offensive boards.
Yeah.
Getting those second chance points. Chaparro feeling it. Can't get it to go. Back rim. Nugent punches it out. Ross gets to the ball. That'll go off his foot. Hackettstown possession. 30 seconds to go.
This is clearly part of the Hackettstown game plan, is allow or really encourage Wallkill to shoot outside jump shots.
Yes.
And really pack in the paint. They're going to focus on Chris Ross in that box and one. And if you beat us with jump shots, hey, we'll switch it up. We'll change it. But so far they're not doing that. The majority of the Wallkill points are coming closer towards the basket. Fast breaks, putbacks.
So we'll see if Hackettstown holds for one. 25 seconds to go. They trail by 4, 17-13. Left alone, Alameda, the three-point specialist. He knocks it down. 1 point game, 14 seconds to go.
Well-run offensive set by Hackettstown. Let's see if they can get a stop to close out the quarter.
17-16. Chaparro had better watch. Picked the pocket right behind them and laid it in. And Hackettstown takes the lead after Santos gets the steal in the lane right before the buzzer. What a way to finish the quarter, Brian.
Yeah, very impressive last minute and a half by Hackettstown. Just continuing to be aggressive, diving on the floor, getting loose balls, offensive putbacks, and timely defense by the Hackettstown Tigers.
All right, so 1 quarter in the books here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Freedom Division battle. Our score, Hackettstown 18, Wallkill 17. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
Welcome back to Wallkill Valley High School. Second quarter action here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Cleary along with Brian Thomas. Freedom Division battle between Hackettstown and Wallkill Valley. Wallkill controlled the first 7:58 of that quarter, and then Hackettstown took the lead on the steal and the lay-in, and Alameda will continue to add to the lead for Hackettstown as they'll go up 20-17. Brian, what was the key to the end of that flourish of the first quarter?
I think it was strictly effort. I mean, we talked about earlier, Hackettstown's getting on the floor for loose balls, and they're getting offensive rebounds. Those are all effort plays, defense. It's all effort stuff. And what's interesting now is Wallkill, first possession of this second quarter, came out in a 2-3 to try to slow down that offense as Chris Ross hits a three. So let's see if they stick into that 2-3 for a little bit or if they go back into their man-to-man. They're going to do a little token full-court pressure.
Darian Santos had the big basket at the end of the first quarter, stealing the lay-in. Checking in for Wallkill, one of the best athletes in the school, Chase Lorenkovitz, coming off a monster football season. For three and knocking it down is Jonathan McCauley. And that's their game. They live on the perimeter shot right now. Chaparro gets trapped possibly. They get rid of it. Falk swings it over. Lorenkovitz, he knocks it down.
Not too bad coming in off the bench ice cold and knocking down a three.
Again, he's a tremendous athlete, Brian. I don't know if you got to see him play football.
Yes.
He's awesome. Good job of breaking that pressure, and they'll pick up a foul, and that'll be on Lorenkovic.
Wallkill's in a bit of a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press. They're looking to trap the basketball on the sidelines, so that middle area is typically what's open, and so far Hackettstown's done a nice job of finding that.
McNeil checks back in. Hackettstown will inbound. Foul on Lorenkovic, his first. Little baseline J, no good. Another offensive board for the Tigers, and sticking it back is Moosenack, and he's got 4 that way.
They're just not finding bodies at the moment. If they just find a body and box out, things will be much better for them on the defensive rebounds.
And another nice job. That was Moosenack getting his hands on that. Kick it over to McNeil. He'll step back, knocked out by Ross. Eddie Pava, 5th year with the boys program. He had a great run with the girls. He got to the section final. He had those great teams with Kelsey Murray and Melissa Conrad, Carly Mangini. Some great teams. Ashley Napavier.
Yes. And switched over to the boys, and he's had a nice run, you know.
Great run.
A lot of really, really fantastic players have come through the program over the last handful of years.
We'll have a travel. Gary Ruban did a great job back when he had the old SCIL. He won an SCIL festival title with the Bomb Squad with Stash Kacha, Mike Hearn, Joey Byrne. That was a great team. Gary Ruban back coaching the girls at Hackettstown. Ross from way downtown can't get the go. And again, as Coach Thomas pointed out, Hackettstown dominating the boards, and there's a big block.
That was a rare 3-on-1 in high school where the correct pass was actually made to the wing player diving to the basket. And, of course, Chris Ross decided to completely erase it.
For 3, short. There's another second chance point.
Yeah, you can see Coach Pava's got his hands up in the air like, what are these guys doing? Why are we not boxing out? Clearly we've been discussing this and talking about it, and so far Wallkill's just simply not doing it.
4 points for Alameda in this quarter, and drawing a foul on the drive is Falk. And that's their game, as you said, attacking the basket. Hey, Brian, what's new with Brian Thomas basketball?
We got a lot of great things going on, Dan, all year round, but even around the holidays. If you go ahead and check out BrianThomasBasketball.com. We've got clinics every Sunday for first graders all the way up through high school kids. Even though they're in season right now, we just do a lot of shooting stuff, and we got a holiday mini camp coming up on the 28th. So that's for first through 8th graders as well. So you can check out, again, BrianThomasBasketball.com.
No better place to go, folks. You want to send your son or daughter to learn hoops? The man sitting next to me is the master. Falk hits the first. Back to a 3-point game. 5:11 to go here in the first half on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Can't get it to go. Green with the rebound. And that's a nice little move. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Lorenkovic tries to get it. Keeps it in. Gets it to Ross. Ross swings it over. Chaparra. Nice look inside the green. Puts it on the ground. Can't get it to go.
Wallkill's given Hackettstown a taste of their own medicine on that possession with 4 offensive rebounds. But Hackettstown still continues to work real hard.
So Green will shoot 2. 4th foul on the Tigers. Wallkill with 3. Picking up the foul is Moosenack. And checking back in, Andrew Carita. Alameda will head to the bench. Missed both. Rebound pulled down by McNeil. He'll bring it up for the Tigers with the 3-point lead. Jumper by Santos, short. Chaparro with the rebound on the run out. Ross looking to dunk, and he does! Chris Ross with the throwdown.
And you got to keep in mind, Dan, that Chris Ross is about 5'10" with platforms on. So to say he has bounce is an absolute understatement. When he gets that ball there, just enjoy the show.
He threw one down against High Point that people are still talking about Friday night. McNeil left alone. Good closeout by Chaparra. With the take, can't get it to go. And again, Moosenack making his presence felt, the big man. 29-26 our score.
The Wallkill guards, quite frankly, got to do a better job of helping out their big guys to rebound. They're standing around on the perimeter and expecting their big guys to do all the rebounding, which is what a lot of teams do. But when you're getting out rebounded like this, you as a guard have to take it upon yourself to sneak in there and make a difference.
Ross, he's going to take the long three, in and out. And foul beyond Larankovitz. And that's just because he's so strong.
Correct.
He wasn't like a dirty player. His arm and his strength just knocked the kid down, and you got to blow the whistle.
It was like you. I mean, that's, you know.
That's me going to the buffet line. Here comes that pressure again by the Rangers.
And this is where it's dangerous when it gets to that sideline. They let him out of that pretty easily. Nice job of Hackettstown being patient, working through this press.
They work it inside. Mucinek can't get it. And a good rebound there by Green because Mucinek looked like he was going to get another offensive board. Chaparro up, no good. Put back Green.
He's had a really good start to this second quarter. He's been extremely active, follow-up rebounds and putbacks.
Transferred in from Mawa. And there's a little ticky-tack right there on Chaparro. Be his first, team's fifth. 3:06 to go here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Cleary, Lauren Brian Thomas on Brian Thomas Basketball. Good ball movement. Find the open man. McNeil can't get it to go. Falk looks to push. And let's talk about the Falk family. Bryce, Sean, and now Daniel.
Yeah.
They've been just tremendous athletes in many different sports, but known for their hoops here for Wallkill Valley. Baseline jumper, no good.
And you can't forget about Megan, who
And
started
Megan
it
at
all
Pope
off
John.
over at Pope John.
No doubt. A basketball playing family on the run out. Nicely done inside, and that'll be a goaltending. That's just like a little message by
Yes,
Green.
without a doubt.
Count the basket. That reminds me for your old fans when Georgetown played North Carolina in the '82 final.
That's right.
John Thompson told Patrick Ewing, send it back. I don't care. And he had like 3 goaltendings in the first 10 minutes.
Yes.
And Chaparro answers with the
And
3.
obvious goaltendings at that.
Right.
Where it was absolutely sending messages that this is not going to be easy for you.
Send it back. Tied it up on the Chaparro 3. Again, they leave McNeil alone. They don't slide over, and McNeil makes them pay.
You and I have never had that luxury of blocking shots or goaltending shots just to send a message.
The only way I send a message, Brian, is through text message.
That's right.
And the steal, Ross gets it back. Loose ball. Who's going to get to it? Ross was trying to get a timeout. Look at the held ball. Ross gets up. Larankovitz picks him up. You got to be easy there, Chase.
That's right. Throw him right through the wall.
Exactly. That's a precious cargo there. You don't want to hurt your point guard. He reminds me when Nugent's older brother played here.
Yes.
Just
similar.
was a bull.
Very similar.
144 and running. 3 for Falk. No good. And the rebound will go to the Tigers with the score 34-31 Hackettstown.
Not taking anything from anybody, but, being tough, being strong, intangibles, and, next thing you know, knock down a key basket at a key time. That's what those types of guys do.
So McNeil has hit a 3 and then a nice take, and he's put that back up to a 5-point lead for the Tigers. 1:20 to go. That was Ben Chiapar's spot. Good idea, but Hackettstown thought the same. Look at Larankovitz with the great hustle. Falk can't get the go. No good for Green. Gets his own miss. Finally gets the drop.
He is doing the dirty work this second quarter, Dan. There's no doubt about that.
Under a minute to go. Again, Hackettstown, no trouble breaking that pressure defense. And they're doing it by passing it, not dribbling through it. There's Falk. He takes it all the way himself. Blocked. Little playground. Doesn't work. Brian, I get tired of watching Coach McDonough on the sidelines.
Yeah.
He is so active. I love watching him coach. Nice look. Green. Chaparro open for 3. Gets to the go. Wallkill Valley ties it up. Pressure again. This time they break it. Carita pulls up. Blocked by Chaparra. And McNeil keeps it in. 15 seconds to go. They swing it over. Left wide open for three. Can't get it to go. McCauley will have a whistle and a foul on Hackettstown. Now at the end of the first quarter, Hackettstown got the turnover, got the layup, changed the kind of the complexion of the game. I'm sure Wallkill will be a little bit more aware of their ball security here.
Yep, that's right. They're still going to be in this box and one, so Dan Falk's going to have to create.
And again, there's a turnover. Santos again with another steal. 1 second to go. Oh, in and out. Chance there for McCauley. So the end of the first quarter, like the end of the second, just Hackettstown can't take advantage. But we got 1 quarter, 1 half in the books. And a game we thought would be a good one here, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Freedom Division Battle. Our score, Hackettstown 36, Wallkill Valley 36. We'll be back with third quarter action after halftime.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports. Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
Live here at Wallkill Valley Regional High School in Hardison, New Jersey, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network, our premier game here live on the YouTube channel for the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Clear along with Brian Thomas of Brian Thomas Basketball. We're tied at 36. A great first half. Got to bring in Brian. Brian, before you give us your thoughts on the first half, what's new with BT Basketball?
Yeah, you can check out BT Basketball at BrianThomasBasketball.com. You can check us out on Instagram, on Facebook. We got a lot of different things going on. You can definitely bring your 1st through 8th grader to our holiday mini camp that we have on December the 28th. We'll have a lot of fun there, work on a lot of skills, competitions, and games. So again, check out BrianThomasBasketball.com.
And your thoughts on the first half?
Well, first quarter, Dan, it looked like Wallkill was going to run away with it. They got up to a 7-8 point lead, and it looked like it was going to be a bit of a blowout. But you got to give Hardison We're in Hardison.
Yes, we're in Hardison.
Yeah, you got to give Hackettstown a ton of credit. They closed the gap at the end of that first quarter, and the second quarter just played tough. It really was their effort, their rebounding, their diving on the floor, loose balls that allowed them to stay in the game. Let's see if they can keep it up as they hit a three.
Santos with the three.
Wallkill's having a hard time figuring out how to score in the half court, and I think that's going to be their biggest challenge going forward throughout the season. So let's see if they do find a way to have a little more progress in the second half.
Wallkill was able to tie it at the half. Chris Green with a basket, and McNeil with the drive, can't get it to go. Put back, no good. Green with the rebound. Then Tony Chaparro hit a big three to tie it up. But as we start the third quarter, Chaparro with the drive. Green grabs it out of the air. Good snatch. Same. No one yells it, but it stays with accent. The kids still yell same?
Yeah.
And Falk with the rebound. 3-point lead for Hackettstown. Chaparro feeling it. He's going to go baseline, up and under, and he's going to get called for the charge.
Which is the right call, Dan. Hackettstown defender was stationary. He slid under just before the Wallkill basketball player knocked him over.
Again, the Wallkill basketball team will again host the Ranger tournament. Both the boys and girls, the great Earl Horniak and the girls team will have their tournament, and Eddie Pava with the boys in that boys tournament. Mountain Lakes, terrific program. Morris Hills, always good with Coach McClay. Parsippany Hills, I mean, there's a bunch of hammers in that tournament.
Yeah, that'll be a fun few days here at Wallkill Valley.
Always is. Boy-girl doubleheader on the 29th. McNeil crossover, knocks down the jumper. As they extend to 5, 41-36.
And Hackettstown has gone away from their box and one. They're just going straight man-to-man in this second half.
As we talked about, Hackettstown's just a tradition program. doesn't matter what the name is. As long as it says Tigers in the front, you know you're going to get a good basketball team. And Falk would draw the foul.
And you can tell when you watch them offensively, we talked about this a bit in the first quarter, they're disciplined. They move the ball. They know where they're supposed to be. They know how they're supposed to play. And that's a sign of a very well-coached team, which Hackettstown obviously is.
Oh, no doubt. We talked about it before. Mike McDonough, 12 years, 200 wins. Done a great job since taking over for Bobby Grosso. First free throw back. Bobby Grosso, tremendous player at Governor Livingston. He was on the 1982 North 2 Group 2 championship team. And an old friend of mine, passed away a few years ago, Gary Kruger was the star of that team. And Gary Ruban was on the bench as a sophomore and got some time. So a lot of connections up in Sussex County. But Kruger was awesome. He played at Stevens Tech. Alameda kicks it out. McNeil puts it on the deck, swings it over. McCauley for three. Can't get it to go. Put back is good. And that's Carita, good athlete, plays football for C.J. Robinson.
That's the third basket that he's had on an offensive rebound and putback. He's made a big, big difference in this game, Dan.
Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers as they go up 7. They've started with a 7-0 run to start the third quarter. Ross trying to answer, can't get it to fall. And as Coach Brian Thomas pointed out, Hackettstown has dominated the boards. McNeil sees an opening, gets the screen for Carita, swings it out. Alameda gets the puppy straightened out, and he knocks it down. It is a 3. 10-0 run.
Great start by Hackettstown. They're doing it on both ends of the floor in this third quarter, Dan.
And Ed Pave is going to call a timeout. 10-0 run. The lead has ballooned to 10. 46-36 here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Cleary along with Brian Thomas. And it will be a full timeout here at Wallkill. Now let's talk about the division. We touched upon it a little bit. We got to see Jefferson play the other night.
Right.
Going on the road in a crossover game against a very good Sparta team. Built a double-digit lead, held on for the win without Jake Studnick, without Travis Osterhout, but Way Miller played great. Jason Isley played great. Nate Doe, a guy that probably wouldn't have saw many minutes if those two were healthy or eligible to play because they had the COVID. Hits a big 3. Joe D just got so much depth.
Yeah, Nick Baez came in and played with big minutes.
Luke Urbano.
Yeah, Urbano was fantastic. You certainly had Eric Garb that was just played fantastic for him offensively and defensively. So they're going to be tough. I mean, they're tough without a full squad, and you get a full squad back, they're going to be a handful because even their style of play is going to be different. You know, we saw them play, and it wasn't exactly fast-paced, but when they get those other couple guys back and continue with a full roster, you'll see the change. They're going to be up and down. They're going to press more. I could see it coming into form, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with this wintertime. And
then obviously you got Hackettstown always in there. Wallkill has aspirations. Newton might be a little bit down this year, but you never count out Dirk Kelly team. And High Point, Jesse Stroll does a good job every year. So it's a wide open division, but right now Jefferson on paper the favorite, as we had said. All right, out of the timeout, we'll see what Coach Pava drew up. Lorenkovic's in there, off the screen, and now he's going to pick up the foul. That's a football foul.
That's absolutely a football foul.
Chase has 3.
He saw a body to hit, and he hit him.
Again, it's like he's channeling Nugent from a couple of years ago.
That's right.
Wallkill had a kid that was a great football player years ago, Bobby Russell, who played hoops, and he was 6'4" and gigantic, and people all over the floor when Bobby was out there. Also, Greg Ransom, who went on to a great career at Penn State, offensive lineman, played hoops too.
I mean, look, you never want to get hit by a screen, but you certainly don't want to get hit by a screen by a really good football player. Those are much, much worse.
And Hackettstown coach Mike McDonough calls the timeout, 30-second timeout. And coach wants to set something up, but I just thought right there, Hackettstown did a nice job moving the ball.
Yeah, and that goes back to they clearly work on this. Their preparation in practice is movement with and without the ball. They don't want to be stagnant and just play one-on-one. They want to pass. They want to screen. When they go to their sets, they want them run the right way. If you're supposed to screen this person, if that's your job, that's what you do. If you cut it this time, if you cut it that time, it's all timing, and it's clear that they work on this in practice. because it's obvious how they perform in the game. Make or miss it's not irrelevant because that's how you win basketball games,
Right.
but you've got to get the good looks first, and that comes from your preparation.
10-point lead for the Tigers. Hey, we want to thank Darryl Jones, the outstanding athletic director, and this superb administration here at Wallkill Valley, the outstanding superintendent Dave Carr, assistant principals Kevin Lukic, he's here tonight, Adam Vasquez, Vito Morghese. We want to thank them. It's always good to come to Happy Valley. All right, out of the timeout, we'll see what they'll do. And they'll off the screen, Alameda left wide open, and he makes the Rangers pay.
What a beautifully drawn up play for an absolutely wide open corner three.
Back-to-back threes, and it's now from Alameda, and it's now a 13-point lead. And Coach McDonough told me, he goes, if we hit our threes, we're in good shape tonight. And right now, the double-digit lead. Ross picks up his dribble, swings it over to Falk. Baseline drive up and under, can't get it to go, gets his own miss, blocked. And will that be on Alameda, or does someone get him with the body?
That's what Wallkill needs. Daniel Falk did a nice job there attacking the basket. He missed the layup, got his own rebound, and now he's on the line. Wallkill's been settling, as we spoke about, for too many jump shots, too many threes, and they got to get back to their bread and butter, which is attacking the basket.
So Falk will go to the line, pick up the foul. Alameda, his first, team second. Both teams with 2 fouls. Falk and Wallkill, the few times they've gotten to the stripe, have not really been consistent.
And their energy level is down. You could just see in their body language, they're frustrated. They're a little bit confused. They didn't expect to be down 13 with a little under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. So somebody on the Wallkill Valley Rangers has to take it upon themselves to lift the energy, defend better, rebound better, and lift the spirits of not just their team, but this entire crowd. They got a good student section here tonight. They got to give them something to cheer about.
And when you talk about energy, Andrew Musnak, number 45, has supplied 44 has supplied that for Hackettstown.
No question.
McNeil, nice take, up and under, gets it to go. 15-0 run to start this quarter.
That's a beautiful, strong move and finish right there.
Wallkill with not a point. And we got 3:13 to go in the quarter, and finally they get on the scoreboard. Chaparra gets the basket and the foul.
And as you can see, Dan, these last 2 possessions, they're attacking the basket. They're getting to the foul line. This is what they need. This is the energy shift that they need, but obviously they're going to have to defend on the other end as well.
And first player in foul trouble will be Musnak, number 44, picks up his third. Chaparra will look to complete the traditional 3-point play. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Green, and he draws the foul on the floor. And just like that, Hackettstown's picked up a couple of quickies, and they got 4. Lorenkovich will inbound. Gets it in. Nice inbounds play, and Chaparra drops it in. So Anthony Chaparra with back-to-back buckets gets it back down to an 11-point game, 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Alameda's got a nice stroke, short, rebound Green. Chaparra loses the handle.
Those are the types of mistakes that are just kill you as a coach because they're unnecessary, they're unwarranted, and they're compounded if Hackettstown gets another bucket on this possession.
So Tigers with the double-digit lead. Runner by Santos, no good. Falk with the rebound, looking for Chris Ross. Is he going to try another one? No, he just lays it in, and that's probably a good move. So just like that, after a 15-0 run, Wallkill Valley goes on a 6-0 run to make it 51-42. Timeout called by Coach McDonough. Outstanding timeout. With 2:35 to go here, a 30-second timeout. And Brian, again, you were telling everyone you have a clinic coming up on the 28th?
Yeah, 28th. We got a Holiday Hoops mini camp. It's 1st through 8th graders from 11 a.m. in the morning until 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and that's always a great time. We work on a ton of your basketball skills, whether it's shooting, we do a little bit of rebound, we do a lot of ball handling, throw some competitions in there, and wrap up with some scrimmages and some games. So it's a great opportunity to just continue to work on your skills as a young player in addition to the practices and games you have with your local teams. So you can check out all that information at BrianThomasBasketball.com.
All right, Coach McDonough with the timeout.
Looks like Wallkill's going to stick in this 2-2-1 three-quarter court press, and really it's a bit of, when you say token press, it's just allowing them, they're not going to look to trap hard right away. They're going to back up a little bit, but it's just it tries to disrupt their offense just a little bit to get started.
And a good job there. Chris Ross kicks it out. Chase Lorenkovic, rebound. Falk too hard. Battle for the loose ball. Falk down on the floor. We're going to have a held ball or a foul. Let's see what they got. I thought put the thumbs up.
Give Dan Falk a lot of credit. He's struggling a little bit offensively tonight, but it's not through lack of effort. He's getting offensive rebounds. He's getting on the floor. He's doing anything he can to lift his team.
So the arrow goes Wallkill Valley's way. Just join us. Wallkill in the home white. Hackettstown in the visiting gray. And we'll have another held ball. This time the Tigers get it back, and that's Carita, a football player.
No doubt. Yeah, he's been so good at the intangibles this evening, Dan.
Strong kid, played for C.J. Robinson. We talked about the boys soccer team. Matt DiMartini, what an amazing job he did this year with the Reardons, and with injuries, they were able to knock off Berners to win the North 2 Group 2 title. Lost a tough one to Ramsey, a game I was able to do. Just a great tradition athletics at Hackettstown. Short, Green with the rebound. Falk looks to push. He's going to take it all by himself, and he gets it to go.
Nice finish by Dan Falk, attacking the basket, using the glass.
And Wallkill right back in it, as they have gone on an 8-0 run after Hackettstown started the period with a 15-0 run. They trail by 7, minute 25 to go. Third quarter live here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Clear along with Brian Thomas. And it's gotten, to your point, Brian, it's gotten the Wallkill fans into it, the student section.
Yeah, games at this level are so much about energy, and not just on the floor, but in the stands as well. And Wallkill has started to turn this tide in their favor.
Great ball movement here, looking inside for Alameda. Chaparra, can he get there? He does, and he'll draw the foul. That'll be the 5th foul on the Tigers. Good energy there by Anthony Chaparra.
This third quarter's been a quarter of spurts. Let's see who can finish off this last minute.
5 fouls on the Tigers. Second on McNeil. Falk has it. Oh, good read there by McNeil, and he stepped out of bounds. McNeil lucky he didn't get a tee there. As McDonough tells the officials, he didn't mean that.
That's right. He was upset with himself.
Right.
Nobody else.
Exactly right. All right, Wallkill, 48 seconds to go. And Eddie Pava coach teams, they're going to take first best shot. He's not thinking of holding one.
No, I don't think so.
Eddie, 1,000-point scorer at Sussex Tech, a great player, and he's even a better guy. Great coach in many different sports. Loose ball, who's got it? And it goes Hackettstown way. That's frustrating if you're Wallkill, and Hackettstown, you get paid off for hustle.
That's been the story of this game for them. It's kind of been a blue-collar effort for them the entire evening, which is why they're in the position that they're in right now.
So let's see if Hackettstown holds for one with 20 seconds to go. Looks like they will. They got to keep an eye on Alameda coming off a screen and finding himself in the corner. Oh, great look inside. And it's Carita with the look from Alameda.
Absolutely beautiful vision.
4 seconds. Still another steal to end the quarter. Can McNeil get that? No! Oh, just wide. 3 straight quarters have ended with Hackettstown forcing a turnover. Unbelievable. All right, folks. 3 quarters in the books. Here at Wallkill Valley, it's Hackettstown 53, Wallkill Valley 44. We'll be back with the 4th quarter live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
Paterson, New Jersey, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Clear along with Brian Thomas of Brian Thomas Basketball. Hackettstown with the 53-44 lead, and we're going to break out the cliche here, Coach Thomas. This is a tale of two quarters. First part of the quarter, all Hackettstown, then Wallkill Valley's come back and made it a ball game. Your thoughts on what you saw in the third quarter?
Well, it seems like we have a very clear recipe of how each team is going to have a path to win this game. If you're Hackettstown, it's going to be defense. It's going to be effort. It's going to be loose balls. It's going to be rebounding putbacks and timely threes. If you're Wallkill, it's going to be also defending but taking care of the basketball. It's going to be attacking the basket and not settling for the three-point shot. So I think whichever one sticks to their game plan and what works for them better is obviously going to come out of here with a win. But these first 2 minutes are huge for Wallkill with a 9-point deficit. If Hackettstown gets that to 12, 13, 14 with their discipline offensively, it could be a major problem.
Alameda left alone looking for another three. Short rebound. There he is. Muzinak playing with the 3 fouls. And that'll be off him. No, they're going to call this. So he's got number 4. So he's going to have to head to the bench. Former Hackettstown assistant and former Opacon player Vinny Marinoni now taking over the Opacon program out of the Colonial Division. Vinny played with Matt Tobin, right?
I believe so, yes.
He wasn't with Michael. He was with Matt. Vinny, a longtime assistant. There's a steal by Santos. A little runner gets it to go.
And Wallkill's had a handful of those careless turnovers, and those always come back to bite you.
And again, the last 3 quarters ending with Wallkill turnovers forced by Hackettstown.
If they end up losing this game, they're certainly going to look back on that as a big-time key.
That was a great box out by Alameda.
It was.
And a good give to Carita, and he can't get it to go. Falk with the rebound. Hackettstown, active hands. Green will bring it up. Let's see if he keeps it. He does.
Nice.
Beautiful move by Green.
Absolutely gorgeous finish.
I don't think Hackettstown saw that in the scouting report. Good hands by Ross. Gets the steal. This is Falk. Falk coming up a great soccer season for Sean Neal. Chaparra spins around. Can't get it to go. Rebound ripped down by McCauley. Falk was on the front line soccer, and then when they needed a goalie, he would go and play goal.
Yeah, he's a tremendous athlete. Tremendous athlete. And this is where you could see, again, the preparation of Hackettstown coming through.
Another steal.
As they turn it over.
And Ross with the dunk, and he can't get it to go. And Ed Pava and the staff, you're down 55-46. Make sure you get the 2.
As a young player, the adrenaline gets to you. You want to put on a show. Sometimes it's not quite there.
With the lead, you kind of excuse it.
Yeah.
When you're down, but again, as you said, Ed Pava calls the timeout. I think he wants to calm down Chris Ross.
He'll have plenty of opportunities to get it back, both on the offensive and defensive end. So that's a type of play where the faster you move on from it, the better off you're going to be. If you focus on it, if you talk about it during the timeout, you know what, you made a mistake, move on, and let's continue to see what we can do to win this basketball game. And that's what a lot of kids do. They'll make mistakes at a high school level or younger, and they'll just focus on it for the next 2 or 3 possessions, and then it gets compounded with extra mistakes. The next thing you know, you made 2 or 3 more mistakes when it should have been just the one mistake. So emotional maturity is when you can make a mistake and then move on from it quickly and continue to help your team to grow and to win the basketball game.
And I think that's what Coach Pava said in the huddle. Calm down, Chris. Let's need you.
Yep.
Let's move on. That's why I thought that was a great timeout. It wasn't to scold him.
Right.
It was to say, all right, we move on now. And that's why Eddie Pava is one of the best coaches around. Softball at Sussex Tech for years. He coached soccer. In the various media positions I've been in, I've named him Coach of the Year in all 3 sports, soccer, baskets, and softball.
Impressive.
He's the man. And they're going to pull the ball out a little bit here. Santos pulls up for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down. Look at McCauley coming out of the pack. Jonathan McCauley. McNeil's going to draw the foul. That'll be the 3rd foul on the Rangers. 6 on Hackettstown. Chaparra, well, let's see, that's his. The great Mike Lipscomb working the board tonight. The best around scorekeeper over there. Yeah, that's Tony's 3rd. Mike, former head coach of the Sussex County Community College women's team. Alameda off the screen, knocks it down. That's his fourth.
And that all started from another offensive rebound, which Wallkill just cannot give up at this point in the game because it just takes time off the clock and then it adds shots for Hackettstown, and that's a big-time three right there for the Tigers.
Coach Mike McDonough told me in my pregame chat with him, I just want to be in the game in the fourth quarter. I don't think he imagined he'd be up 12 because that's how much respect he has for this Wallkill team.
Well, he got his wish and then some, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Christmas coming a little early for Coach McDonough. Alameda, you got to get to him. He's got a quick release. Santos, another runner, can't get it to go. Chaparro with the rebound, held ball. Stay here. 4:51 to go. You said Hackettstown will be in the Lakeland tournament that has Vernon in it and Morris Tech and host Lakeland. And the Ranger tournament should be always fun with Mountain Lakes, Par Hills, and Morris Hills. On the inbound, McCauley's there, drops it in. Coach McDonough loves it.
He does because,
And a steal.
And another one of these careless turnovers from Wallkill that really is not necessarily forced by the defense and by Hackettstown. But really, I mean, that's the fourth or fifth one that is kind of unwarranted. That's really been a killer for Wallkill Valley.
4 fouls on the Rangers. On the inbounds. They got to watch where Alameda is at all time. And what I like about his game, he's willing to give it up too.
Yeah.
He's just not a gunner. Ross.
Let's see if Wallkill starts to really get their defense a little bit more pressure and a little bit more intensity. They can't sit back and allow Hackettstown just to move this basketball around. And they have to be more aggressive and start to force some turnovers and some careless play.
And I think Hackettstown will be patient unless they have the wide open shot. Although Santos has been very aggressive, number 15. And there he is, right on cue, and he knocks it down.
Good call. The fortune teller strikes again.
62-46.
And interestingly, Hackettstown is the one that's pressing right now.
Right. I think they're going for the jugular.
They are.
And that's what they like to do. They like to run. They like to press. They're in their element right now. Ross with the jumper. Good answer. Timeout call by Wallkill Valley.
This would be a great time for Wallkill Valley to change up their pressure, whether it's man-to-man or some sort of trapping full-court press. They got to take a page out of Hackettstown's book in this fourth quarter and cause some turnovers, get some easy baskets, get the energy in their favor. They still have time, but it is dwindling quickly.
It is 3:52 to go. Rangers 2-0, Hackettstown 2-0. Again, if you just joined us, Mike McDonough got his 200th career win during their fundraising tournament all day Saturday. They had a whole string of games over at Hackettstown. If you're a hoops junkie, that was the place to be. And they had the nightcap as they knocked off North Warren and picked up his 200th career win. So congratulations to Mike McDonough. And we saw Jefferson and Sparta, and Newton's a little bit down. And they have some COVID issues. The big Pope John Sparta game postponed because of COVID issues. I'm just hoping that we don't run into like we ran into last year. Right?
Yeah, and that's the other thing we talked about. Jefferson is we consider the favorite in this division, but you never know who's going to be playing, quite honestly.
Exactly right.
So whoever is playing, and if you have guys that are out, it's going to have to be – I'm not usually a fan of this saying, but it's got to be a next man up type of situation. I mean, you got whoever's there has to play and has to play well. So these coaches have to understand that their practice sessions have to be efficient and very preparatory, because otherwise you're going to have kids that are not used to playing and not going to be ready to go.
McNeil, great bounce.
Beautiful.
Santos with the finish.
And Wallkill did come out in a different press, and Hackettstown just did a great job of beating it.
Great bounce from McNeil to Santos. Chiaparo left alone, pull-up jumper short. Rebound pulled down by Carita, 3:30 to go. 64-48. This game was tied at 36 at the half. And there's a Nugent foul and a foul on McCauley for retaliating, I believe. Or they just going to – nope. Just, okay, boys will be boys. I think that's the call there. But it was a foul on Nugent.
And you got to like Hackettstown for continuing to be aggressive. Like we talked about a minute ago, it was surprising that they came out in a press up 14. But like you said, they're going for the jugular, and on that possession, they could have easily brought it back out. But no, let's keep the pressure on, and let's finish this thing right off.
Nugent's first foul, 5th on the Rangers, 6-4. Hackettstown 3:27 to go. McCauley will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. He'll rim out the first one. Nugent, a great football season. Leading rusher for the Rangers. Terrific on defense. And 1 and 2 from McCauley. 65-48. Chirpara swings it over to Falk. Falk is yet to get on track tonight. They're going to need him to get some big buckets if they want to get back in this one. Short, Carita with the rebound. Santos. This is McCauley. Let's see if he kicks. Oh, great look inside. McNeil can't keep it in bounds. And it will be Wallkill Valley ball. 3:01 to go here in the 4th. Chapara left alone as he thinks about it. Spots up, short. Nugent gets the rebound, swings it back out. Ross thought about it. Now he'll take it. Can't get it to go in and out. That's been the story of the second half for Wallkill. McNeil on the run out and can't get it to finish. Wallkill now looking to push. Here's Ross. Nice body control.
Now's where you got to get some traps and some steals, easy turnovers into easy baskets. But Hackettstown is doing a real nice job of breaking that pressure.
Carita and Nugent, a little pushing and shoving. And I'm sure they ran into each other on the football field. McCauley pointing to the scoreboard. Everyone's got to keep cool here. Good job by Alameda. Not 1-1 yet. McDonough checking with the official. A little chirping going on between the two squads, a little frustration. And Mike McDonough telling Carita, you got to keep your cool. And it should not be a 1-1. It should be an inbounds. They're checking here.
They might be trying to figure out who the foul was on, maybe.
And is it a 1-1? And it will be the 6th foul and it'll be the 4th foul on Chase. Lorenkovitz. All right, so both teams with 6. Next foul for each team will be a 1-1. And Coach read my mind. A great timeout.
Great timeout. Yeah, just talk it over. Get everybody's heads together. Let them know, hey, we're in full control of this game. We can't have emotions that get loose here, and we start making some really silly mistake and costly mistakes. So, great job. This is not an X's and O's timeout.
Nope.
This is a between the ears timeout. Talking to young men and just calming them down a little bit and refocusing them. On the flip side, Wallkill has really got their backs up against the wall now. They're going to have to get quite a few buckets quickly. The problem is Hackettstown's done a great job of breaking that press. So Wallkill's got to tighten those screws if they want a chance here.
Absolutely, and if Wallkill's going to foul to try to put him on the line, I don't think Hackettstown's going to hold the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to be moving it.
Agree.
And we talk about that great tradition in Hackettstown. It always seems like them, Newton, or Jefferson battling for that Freedom Division title every year. And just wars. Those Newton Hackettstown wars a couple of years ago, unbelievable. When Newton had the 2 Twin Towers and Jason Heater and Charlie Maker.
Sure did.
They won that section title, Dirk Kelly, in 2017. All right, McCauley will inbound. Left alone, Santos. He's not shy, as we said before. Pressure. And that'll be a foul, and 1-1 as Alameda will go to the line. So, with a 15-point lead and 2:19 to go, they don't even have to be unbelievable at the foul line.
Right.
50% seals the deal.
For sure.
Carita will come back in, and Andrew Musnak, who was unsung hero tonight, number 44. As Ethan Alameda, 1-1, hits the front end. This game was 36-36 after 2. 53-44, still a game. And then Hackettstown has just come out on a 13-6 run here.
Wow.
And the second one rolls in for Alameda. 17-point lead with 2:15 to go. And a basket there, much needed for the Rangers with the three, 67-54.
They got to get something out of this press now, Dan.
And they fouled right away. Or did McDonough call a timeout? McDonough did call a timeout.
And you got to love it. He's always teaching. You know, he's explaining to his guys where they need to be, why they didn't make the correct decision. It's not just screaming and yelling. There's direction involved as well. And that's, to me, that's always the best type of coach, where you're energetic, you know, you're on top of your game, but you're also explaining to kids where they need to be, why they need to be. Their decisions matter, instead of just, you know, the old school screaming and yelling, which is kind of seems to be played out at this point.
Yeah, that you don't see that as much anymore.
No.
Even the guys that have been around for 25 years have kind of calmed down.
Yeah.
It's a different athlete, a different kid. You have to approach it a different way.
Sure.
So 67-53. Eddie Pava, we talked about the great run. He's made some nice runs in the Group 1 tournament the last few years. And as he said, some nice players he's come through. Wallkill, always a nice tradition in hoops, a good small school program.
It's always a fun school to come to as well. You know, they get a good student section turnout.
They do.
You know, they're all dressed in their Santa garb tonight, which is
they
fun
are.
to see. So they're festive, and they always come ready to go too.
They'll get it into McNeil. They're going to try to double him up. Falk will give up the foul. So we're going to have a free throw shooting competition for the final 2:02, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, we'll see how long they actually foul for. I mean, at 14 points, it's not exactly giving them a better chance to get back into the game. I'd rather just them continually be aggressive and try to get steals.
Misses the front end. Kept alive. Larkovich, nice job. Danny Falk trying to get on track. Gets open for the three. Can't get it to go. Rebound long to Santos. He wants to be fouled. He's got to watch himself because they might get a 10-second count.
But again, that's where your Wallkill right there. You got three guys on the basketball. You got to try to really go after a steal there. And instead of making it clear you're trying to foul, really try to get a steal. You might get away with a chippy, and then you got an easy basket because none of the Hackettstown Tigers are back there. And then you get some energy that's rolling. But this stop and start, I think, is actually hurting the Rangers.
Santos, all the Tigers having a great game tonight. He provides a lot of energy. He had the big steal to end the first quarter in the lay-in. And he hits the front end.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a full team effort. You know, there hasn't been one guy that's really stood out necessarily. They've all played a little bit of a part of this and played their piece well, offensively and defensively.
And that's going to be the key for their season this year. And he hits both. 69-53. 1:35 to go. Ross off the screen. Attacks the basket. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. 1-1. Foul on the floor, but it's a 17 foul, so Chris Ross will shoot a 1-1.
The easy answer is, well, at this point in the game, you got to keep the ball in front of you, but when it's Chris Ross, it's very difficult to actually do in practice.
And no doubt. So Ross will shoot a 1-1 for the Rangers, and he knocks down the first one, 69-54 our score. Rattles in the second. Wallkill still slim hopes with 1:34 to go. Trailing 69-55. Santos draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And it would have been a two-shot foul anyway because it's the 10th foul. Brian, what are your thoughts? I mean, there's nothing you could do with the calendar, but, you know, you start your league season, then bang, you stop and got a Christmas tournament, and then you start again after the New Year. Jimmy O'Connor, the former girls basketball coach at Jefferson, great coach, 400 wins. He was always a proponent of independence Christmas tournament, league season starts in January like the big colleges do.
I do like that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Georgetown playing St. Leo all those years
Absolutely.
in November.
Syracuse playing Canisius.
That's right, and giving them an absolute beatdown. But it allows you to get your bearings and get your feet underneath you, and it's not as much of a jagged start. So, yeah, that would be a great change. I'd be all on board for that.
But you know what? I talked to ADs about it, and they said it just logistically doesn't work. They let Ross take that. No reason to foul him. And they'll give up the foul there. McNeil will go to the line. I was saying that to Eddie Pavin before, and I go, boy, your holiday tournament. Well, the Hammers, he goes, hey, Danny, it's not the Lapchick tournament where St. John's is playing CCNY.
That's right. Well, we grew up big Georgetown fans in our household, and I always remember the St. Leo game would come around, and they'd win by, 50 or so, and be like, okay, here we go. Georgetown's ready to roll.
That was a big paycheck for St. Leo's, though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're still talking about St. Leo's decades later.
Right? And Ed Pava has decided to empty his bench, and we'll get everyone's names in. That's going to come in. Promising freshman Jackie Veit, 35. He's coming in. Number 31, Nick Gibson, another promising sophomore. I said freshman. Veit's a sophomore. Danny Gibson is his dad, the assistant coach. Caleb Mulvey, 43, comes in. And number 4, Ryan Menzak. So a bunch of youngsters coming in. And Drew Patel, number 20. Hackettstown empties its bench as well, which isn't very deep to begin with tonight, according to Coach McDonough. So your thoughts on this impressive second half by Hackettstown? Again, game was tied at 36 after one quarter.
Certainly surprising. We didn't expect this coming in. We knew it was going to be a tough game for Wallkill. The one thing we didn't expect is for Hackettstown to hit so many shots. We knew they were going to be disciplined. We knew they were going to get good shots. But the fact that they played so well offensively, I mean, they're, at 72 points is a good number for a high school team, for sure. So I'm very impressed with that.
Without a big gunner tonight.
Right.
You get 72, sometimes the kid goes for 25.
No doubt about it.
Not tonight. Well-balanced attack by the Tigers, and that will bode well for them. And they'll go to the Lakeland tournament. Then they go down to Florida for a couple weeks. That's been a tradition. It's not there during the Christmas time. They go down and play some games. It's a good team bonding for them. And the wars they'll have with Jefferson, that's going to be fun to watch.
I think the biggest key to this was not even their shot making, but it was their effort and hustle when they were still finding their way offensively. They got off to a pretty tough start in the first quarter, but as they continued to play hard, it changed.
Steal there by Nick Gibson in the lay-in. His dad, the JV coach, was the head coach at Sussex Tech. Great guy, Danny Gibson. And Wallkill will drop into his zone. No need to foul here. You can pressure the ball, and we'll get the foul. 28 seconds to go. So I want to take this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Everyone enjoy the holidays. Be safe. Brian, always great seeing you.
You as well, Dan. Always a pleasure.
Brian, it's a holiday every time I see you.
No.
Wow. You bring the
now you just ruined everything else that you said.
You bring the holiday joy to everyone that hears you.
Dripping with sarcasm, Daniel. And I would have nothing less. Thank you.
So great job by Hackettstown tonight. Again, our first broadcast here at Cutting Edge Sports Network. Want to thank our crew, Jake Gallagher, Tommy Trinati doing a great job. Gibson takes the jumper, 20 seconds to go. Don't go anywhere. We'll have Coach McDonough and a player on for a quick post game before we send off everyone to the holiday break. And our final score is going to be 73-57. Hackettstown with the monster second half. And there is the buzzer. If my math is right, that's a 37-point second half.
Your math is right.
And that's a terrific job by them. All right, folks, we're going to just take a quick break. We'll be back with Coach McDonough and the player right after this here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
Test, test. Welcome back to Wallkill Valley High School. We're here with Victoria's head coach Mike McDonough from Hackettstown. Mike, 3-0. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Just talk about this win overall, and then we're going to get to the fantastic second half you had.
Oh, this is a great win. This is a signature win for us. I think we needed one like this already. And, Wallkill is a phenomenal team. He's a great coach. They run good stuff. And, I really thought it was going to be a couple points either way. And, the second half, these three kids right here especially just turned it on and played some really good basketball. Made some big shots, some big plays, and big rebounds. I think you said we out rebounded them the second half. And, very proud. Very proud. I know that it takes a lot to come in here and win a game like this, and we're very lucky to get it done tonight.
Yeah, let's talk about it. It's a road win against a team that has almost everyone back from last year, a team that you split with last year.
They're very good. We knew they were very good. We had 2 days to prepare, which I think helped us out of how we're going to attack some stuff. And, you know what? I really didn't think – I thought zone was going to be the answer the first half. But, these guys, second half, we went straight man, and they were unbelievable.
And just talk about how you tacked on. You got the double-digit lead. Basketball's a game of runs, and you guys came back and tacked on.
We had a spurt where we kind of threw the ball around a little bit. We had to use a good thing we had the 5 timeouts for the second half, so we used a couple of them just to calm things down and get in position. And, they just played unbelievable in the second half. And you know what? They cut the lead. I think they got to 9 or 7 or something like that. But then we wound up making a couple plays and a 3 in the corner and a couple other ones, and they got back up to 11 or 12. And as it gets later in the game, we all know this as coaches. It gets pressure, gets cranked up a little, and now you get desperate a little. And then with this guard play that we have, we can spread you at the end of the game, and it's going to be very hard to catch us, when you're looking to trap. So
you guys are off to a 3-0 start, and one of those wins was your 200th career win. A great milestone for you and the program. I know you're a program guy. It's all about the kids, but just talk a little bit about that.
Oh, it's great. And you know what? I didn't say this before. I got to say this. You have great kids that get you 200 wins, but you also have great coaches. And I can name McIntyre, Rob, Nolan, Vinny, Coach Silverstein. I have had great coaches for the last 12 years that have helped prepare these kids for those games. So a lot of it goes on them. A lot of it goes on the staff. And, I'm lucky to be a part of it as well. So.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry
Have
Christmas.
a great Lakeland tournament. Come on over. We'll talk to Divine first. Divine Neal, big win. You guys are 3-0. What was the difference for you guys in the second half? It's tied at 36 going into the third, and you guys jump out to a 15-0 run and kind of tack on.
Rebounding for sure. We're a small team, so we just need to rebound.
Just about the discipline you showed. When they tried to press you guys, it really didn't bug you.
No, we're a team full of guards. We don't have a really big team, so guards.
Talk about the 3-0 start. You beat Newton, which has been a traditional rival on opening night.
Always.
You beat North Warren. You go on the road to beat a very talented Wallkill team. Talk about the start. What's been the key?
Most teams can't really play us man-to-man, so when they go man-to-man, it's just offensive. Like when we go man-to-man, it's just easy play all the time. So when they run a zone, it's just he has a shooter. He's a shooter. Other shooters, we have Johnny McCauley too, so they just can't stop us.
How great is it to go into the Christmas break 3-0? You go down, you play the Lakeland tournament. It's a very winnable tournament for you guys. I think Morris Tech's there, Lakeland and Vernon. You guys could maybe go into the new year with 5-6 wins.
Yeah, we're 3-0 now, and then we're trying to win this tournament. And then after that, we just want to keep going. So winning is just only the beginning.
Well, congratulations. Merry Christmas, my friend. All right, we're going to bring in Ethan Almeida. Ethan, big win for you guys tonight. Big part of the game tonight. Whenever they left you alone, you made them pay from behind the stripe. Talk about your three-point shooting tonight.
Well, yeah, I've worked on my shots a lot, but it's my teammates who get me open because if they weren't driving and kicking it out to me, I'm not taking those shots. So it's really them who's getting me open. Coach who's drawn up the plays for me, so he's got trust that I can hit it. They got trust that I can hit it, so it's just about the team getting me open, really.
And also, not only shooting tonight, you were a big part on the boards. Talk about how you dominated on the rebounding tonight.
Oh, well, we are a small team like Devon already said, so it's not just me. We need everybody to crash. So I try to get a body on one person every single time the shot goes up. So what I try to do, jump, grab it, and then box out.
And just talk about the second half. You guys got the big lead and just tacked on. They made a little run, as Coach pointed out, got to about 7 or 9. But you guys didn't panic. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think it's about the energy, the defense and the energy, because offense will come, you'll hit shots, you'll miss shots, whatever. But defense is always going to be there. So if you bring the energy, you start turnovers, starts getting to them, we start getting the momentum. It's how we won the game, really, in my opinion.
And you got momentum going into the Christmas tournament. You guys hope to finish the year strong, all right?
Yes, sir. We're trying to win them all. That's what the goal is.
Absolutely. Ethan, great job. Merry Christmas, my friend. We're going to bring in Darren Santos. Mr. Santos, congratulations. I thought a big thing in this game, they jumped out to a little bit of a lead. You get the steal at the end of the first quarter in the lane to give you guys the lead. Take us through that.
Coach always preaches defense. Always starts on defense, and defense wins championships. So every week we prepare. We do defensive drills. We do everything. And you always got to be aware when you're on defense. That's what Coach teaches us.
And your offensive game is very tough to match up because you'll take a three, but you like that little runner in the lane. When you tell us what you see when you say, okay, I can take this shot in the lane.
I work on that shot. I need that shot. I'm a small guard, so that shot is very important for me. You know, the bigs, they have a 6'5", 6'4" kid, very tall. So that shot, me getting all the way to that paint, it won't work. So that shot has to be there every game. And
just talk about the momentum you guys have going into the Christmas tournament, a tournament that you guys should be very competitive in.
Confidence right now. Our confidence is up, 3-0 going to the tournament. So we should win that hopefully and keep winning on and on.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations again. Great job tonight. Enjoy your Christmas. Best of luck the rest of the season. All right. That's going to wrap up our live coverage here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. I'm Dan Cleary. Want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed it. And we hope again to see you soon here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Good night, everyone.